Whew, what's up, y'all? Mm. Today is so emotional. Um, I just feel like I am just emotional because, and not emotional in a negative sense. I'm talking about emotional because I'm at this place where everything that I have been praying for, everything that I have worked for, my footprint, everything that I have touched, I feel like now is a season where it's finally coming together. And it's been 10 years, maybe longer. Um, so I don't know, I just felt like talking about this moment in a raw way because I have to be on camera a lot now, and to do some of the projects that I need to do, I have to be on camera. I have to, it's gonna be moments of where you have your makeup done and your hair is perfectly put in every place. And the other day I was talking to my best friend and I was just like, I hate this. I hate brands. I hate that we have to, in some sense, brand ourselves. Like, I hate that there's an algorithm to some of these things to get certain people to buy into your brand or buy into your life. I hate it. That's why I haven't done it. Every time I was supposed to do these things, I stopped because, as wonderful as it is, as an amazing opportunity it is to connect with people all over the world, I just hate it. And I know I'm not the only one. I know there are some people who are super creative and who has been feeling for a very long time to either start a business, start a YouTube channel, start a social media page, or whatever, do footwork, whatever you gotta do. And you just been like, I have been like that for so long. But even in those moments, I was having a conversation yesterday with someone, and I realized that everything that I'm able to master now, all the gifts that it takes, all the time, all the energy, all the integrity, the discipline, all of that is because I mastered in other seasons when nobody was watching. And I worked for free. I worked on projects for free. I gave so much of my time, my brain, my intellect to certain projects that I truly believed in, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I love walking into a room or a business meeting and being able to bring insight that others don't, who aren't like naturally gifted in those particular areas. And the past week, when I've been doing my branding and setting everything up, setting up my back office, making sure that before a person can really ask a question, I already have a solution for it. Some people may say that's pressure. Some people may say, oh, it's not necessary. Some people may say, you ain't even sold a thing yet. Why is it? Why? And it's because I did it in certain seasons for other people, never received a dime for, gained that knowledge to apply today. So it's like this morning when I woke up, I was like, I gotta like work on stuff just for me. And it's emotional because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for so long for other people, other organizations, other businesses, and now it's time to pour into me. And that is a lot of emotions because you can do it for other people because you're like motivated to pour and you love, and now it's like I gotta love on me. I gotta pour into me. I have to give myself that same energy that I freely gave to other people. And now I'm so glad because I've started businesses and things for myself and branding, and did photo shoots and commercials and little videos here and there for different projects I worked on, whether it was for my book or whether it's for um, uh, serving, or I did, what was it called? Oh, I was myself, TaShauna Robin. And I did administrative work and all of those things that come along. I was like helping people start companies and figuring it out and so much stuff. And yeah, I did it. And now it's like I'm taking everything that I've done and I am pouring it back into me. And I just found this morning just some beauty in that. Like, there's nothing overnight about this process. This has been a labor. And now I'm glad that I have experienced the things that I have experienced because I appreciate my now. I appreciate the audience that is coming. I value life differently. I've grown so much. I know my purpose. I know my calling. I know what it is that I want to do. And before, when I was just doing things and doing it well, it didn't work out because I was still tying my identity to what I can do versus who I am. And it makes a difference. Before, it was, let me manifest, let me find residual income, let me create all of these ways to bring in all of this money so that I don't have to work my corporate job, and you know, all the things that social media teach us, all the things that we hear from entrepreneurs, and those things are amazing, you know, but I kind of got wrapped up in that because I was gifted. I had gifts in certain things that I could execute well, but as they say, when everything hit the fan and everything fell apart in its own way, in its own beautiful way, I didn't know who I was. I felt like my purpose was tied into that versus tied into who I am now. And so I'm happy. I'm in a place of just joy and thankfulness and gratitude that I have the opportunity to share such a sweet presence with God, or a sweet presence with his people, and be able to give that to other people. So I just wanted to share that because the main thing that I hate about social media today, and this is why my Instagram is currently blank, is because a lot of it is so fake, and a lot of it only shows one side, and we've gotten away from showing this side. The transparency of being scared to pour into our own selves, or the transparency of looking like this in the morning and not caring. a lot of people have gotten away from that heartfelt message that we need. And I understand. I get it. I get it. And there's no but to that. I get it, because I was once trying to create that. And now it's like I'm more confident in not trying to serve the world, but trying to serve the people who I know need what I have. And as I've been saying, this has been a labor for years. My foundation, my organization, all of it, everything that I'm currently doing, everything that I'm currently building, all the connections that I've made, everything that I'm currently like giving my all to. If I told you the seasons that I had, there were seasons where I literally just sat before God. And I had no job at the time. Had no phone. I think I was using Wi-Fi to make phone calls. In a cold room. And I had heavenly encounters, and they were beautiful. And I had those seasons. I've had seasons of being a studier of his word in secret. Just, oh gosh, if I could show you, I still have some of the Bible scriptures that I wrote out and the revelation I received upstairs in the plastic clear protectors. Every time I've moved, I was like, I'm not throwing this away. I've had seasons of pouring into other people and not receiving anything back, and not desiring to receive anything back. I was just glad to give somebody a hand up. I have had seasons where, like I said, working for other people on things that have made them great money and not looking for anything in return, or just, and so now I'm able to execute everything that is for me because of those seasons where I did it and no one saw. There was no camera. There was no following. There was nothing. There was just me being and doing what I knew to do in that season. And now I feel like God has said to me, everything that you worked for, and everything that you gave, everything that you poured, everything, all the preaching, all the teaching, all the ministry, all the opening up your house, even the bad experiences, and smiling and pushing through because I had faith and I knew that God would do something greater. All of those tears I've cried that people have never seen. Wanting to leave this life. All of that. Losing my family last year. Losing my sister, my mom, my grandmother, all like 6 to 8 weeks in between each other, wanting to lose my mind. Then losing my aunts on my dad's side, all who had a part in like raising me. Losing other friends and family. 2020 was probably the craziest year. All of that. And I remember at the end of that, my aunt, Sarah, who raised me, she said, I need you to speak about what you've encountered. And I was like, no, I haven't talked in front of people in so long. I've been in the bed all last year grieving, and so I told her I'll do it. The day of the funeral, I was like, I ain't doing this. I sat down in the pew next to my cousin. My other cousin tapped me. She said, "Sir, so you better get your butt up," in so many words. So I had to get up and I spoke. And when I spoke for the first time, after having gone through so much pain, something shifted in me. And it was at that moment where I realized, even when you're going through pain, God is still real. Like, what I've poured into myself. Because when you go through certain things, and I have a great community of friends and family, nobody understands nobody really gets it but you, because it's your journey, it's your experience. You can read a book, and I love books, and you could watch a YouTube channel, and you can listen to your favorite preacher, your favorite podcaster, but nobody's really in that place with you. You might even have a wife or a husband, and trust me, I've been there, but it's like a you and you journey, you and you wilderness moment. And so the things that I didn't think about, all the hymns, come on, hymns, that some days I just sung in the morning when I didn't have words to get out the bed, or some scriptures that I studied 12 years ago that came back to my remembrance during a time where some experiences, heavenly experience, playing with angels, those experiences that I had years ago came back. What's in you will not die. And I remember seasons where God was just calling me to an intimacy with Him, and it felt like on the outside isolation, but on the inside there was this rawness and transparency and vulnerability and encounters and experiences and words where He poured into my life when I had nothing. And all of those experiences made me who I am today. And people say, "Shauna, you're so strong. You've gone through so much." I made it because of God. I made it because I wasn't afraid to lay a blanket on the floor and wait on Him. It ain't have nothing to do with my own strength. My strength in my book, I talk about my weakness was God's strength, meaning like in every place where I was weak, he was strong. Like I didn't need to be strong. I learned that he is the strongest. And so what's in me shall not die. What's in you shall not die. And so I just wanted to say that today in a raw video that's not going to be edited before things take a change, that God is for me, God is for you. And if you're in a season where it seems like no one is watching, count it joy. I'm glad no one could really experience what I had experienced. Even when I tried to share with people, very few, I could maybe count on a finger or two, maybe two fingers, of people who understood what I was going through. So sometimes it sounded like I was talking a little crazy, but I won't. Because 10 to 12 years later, here I am. So I'm so grateful. I'm so honored about everything that's about to happen. And I am so excited to connect with so many people all across this world. And definitely didn't mean for this video to go like this, but to God be the glory. I just felt like pressing record and talking about this very real moment, because it's grind time. It's grind time. And I know others are grinding too. So know that I love you, and y'all, we gonna make it. And watch, if I could say anything, just be aware of what you pour into yourself, because you never know when you're gonna need it later. Yeah. If you're being called into a season of discipline, do it and do it well. I've been taught, do it with excellence. Do everything with integrity. Even when no one's watching, even when you're not getting paid for it, even the smallest opportunities. And it's not so that later you can be great, but the greatness works within you. It's not a moment of greatness, it's a lifestyle of greatness. It's a lifestyle of integrity. And so when you have those mountaintop experiences, you don't have to, work so hard to be a person of integrity. You don't have to work so hard to be a person of greatness, because it's been years of discipline of greatness and years of discipline of integrity. And that's where I'm at. And I'm thankful for that. And that is what makes great people, great servants. Come on. Because at the end of the day, it's the footprint that I'm leaving is literally nothing but serving, giving people an opportunity to encounter Jesus. And that's a whole nother word on itself, because I'm in a place where everything that I do, please don't look at me. I'm just a vessel. I want people to know that God is real and God is readily available for them. You may not have my story of the things that I had to overcome. Thank God you didn't. Read my book, because you'll know. But wherever you're at, just know that God is with you. He's for you. And yeah, Don't quit. Don't give up. Go. The song says, go find your place of worship. Go. Crave out that time. Watch what you're pouring into you. And we're not perfect. I have areas that still need some discipline. But whatever it may be, and it doesn't have to be 10 things. Come on. In certain seasons, there was only one thing that I was really disciplined in, and other areas may have only got 60% of me. But that one particular area I studied, I became a student of, so that I can become a master of. And it wasn't even intentional. It was just, that's just where God had me. So whatever it is in your life where you need to become disciplined in, become a studier of it. Research, write it down. I have journals upon journals upon journals. I have notes upon notes upon notes. And it's coming back to my remembrance of how to do certain things or how to structure this. It's like a person who's like gifted in math and science, which I am a science major, but it's all coming back. So yeah, do that. Do it well. Do it with integrity. Do it with a smile on your face. Do everything unto God. That was hard, especially working in corporate. Do everything unto God and do it well. Amen. All right, I love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all on the other side.